Your timing needs to be right, as you do not want to ask for a pay raise when the company is going through a difficult period due to recession, or cutting costs because of a decline in sales, or has experienced great losses, or has already created and approved their annual budget. It would be better to observe the situation and make your move as soon as you notice marked improvements. It is always easier to get a pay raise when your company is flourishing because your boss is gratified and in a permanent good mood. Some people have the tendency to barge into the boss's office without an appointment and ask for more money. Now, no boss wants to be caught off guard and will surely not tolerate such impertinence, even if you are considered to be a star on the team. The conversation will most likely finish before it gets underway, and even if you succeed in arranging another meeting, you will most likely stand little chance of achieving your goal. Negotiating a salary raise should be given the seriousness it deserves, as you will be reaping the fruits of your success for the next 1 or 2 years until your next salary discussion. I remember very well when one of my subordinates called me on Skype with the pretext of providing a solution to a bug and ended up asking me for a pay raise. I believe this is the same as barging into the office. Anyway, as it was an online conversation, he did not know that I was on a business trip and staying at a hotel at the time of the conversation. As soon as he maneuvered himself into talking about his financial expectations, a strong feeling of repulsion enveloped my whole body. I listened politely and patiently for an interminable moment before cutting him short and telling him to leave the conversation for the following week. Unfortunately, his intrusion remained in my mind for too long a time. I'm sure you do not want your boss to have this kind of negative association in his mind. This is exactly the problem with many workers. They do not articulate their needs early enough. Instead, they complain to their family members and friends, who empathize with them and therefore causes an escalation of their emotions. They begin to build a strong case against their boss and the company in their minds. They accumulate all the negative energy related to their inadequate salary. They eventually reach their tipping point, lash out at the most inappropriate moment, and fail. Some workers do not stop to consider that their boss is not a mind reader and manages too many people to guess that a particular worker is dissatisfied with their salary. It is also worth remembering that even though a pay raise is considered to be a motivational factor, some bosses would prefer to remain silent until they are approached by their workers. It is financially convenient for them. So plan your action and action your plan. Let me give you an example. One of my students, a doctor, had been working for the outpatients clinic for over 2 years for the same salary. He was a conscientious, empathetic, and competent worker and was adored by his patients. Due to his popularity, there was always a long line of patients waiting to see him, which automatically forced him to work overtime. Fortunately for him, he spoke to me before losing his temper. I gave him serenity and advised him to plan his pitch, get the timing right, and make an appointment with his boss. He followed the rules diligently, received a higher salary immediately, and was able to negotiate additional vacation. It seemed as though his boss was financially prepared for that discussion, but preferred to wait and save until the worker took the initiative.